Hey everybody, welcome back to my BakeLikeAPro YouTube channel. In today's really fun video, we're going to make a mini cheesecake. So here are the ingredients that we need for our base. 1 cup or 100 grams of graham cracker crumbs. 4 tablespoons or 60 grams of salted butter. And 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of granulated white sugar. So those are the ingredients. Let's get started. I've placed my graham cracker crumbs into a larger bowl, and I'm going to add in all of my sugar. Just mix all of that up. And then all of our melted butter. Make sure you get it all out. And then we're just simply going to stir all of this up. So this part is super easy. The filling is very easy as well. You're going to see how fast all of this comes together. This smells really good. Okay, that's good. For my recipe today, I'm using a 6-inch or 17 centimeter diameter springform pan. I have lined the bottom of the springform pan with some parchment paper, and also I've added a parchment paper collar around the side. And I'm just going to take all of our mixture here and just get that right in. Oh, this smells amazing. That's good. And then you just want to spread this out evenly and flatten it down. And if you have a flexible little spatula like this, it works super well. Just try to get it nice and even and just compress it. There, perfect. So now let's go over the ingredients for our filling. I have 1 standard block of cream cheese. This is 9 ounces or 250 grams. A half a cup or 100 grams of granulated white sugar. A half a cup or 140 grams of sour cream, 1 large egg, a half a teaspoon or 3 grams of salt, 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of cornstarch. The cornstarch is an optional ingredient. You do not have to use it, but it does help with preventing cracking. Instead of using cornstarch, many people will add a little bit of flour in about the same amount. And our last ingredient, 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of vanilla extract. So those are the ingredients. Let's get started. Into my bowl, I have the cream cheese. I'm going to add in my granulated sugar, and then we'll just cream that up. Good. I'm going to add in my egg and get that mixed in. I'll add in my salt and my vanilla, and I am using pure vanilla. Mix that in. Good. And then all of our sour cream. This smells amazing. Smell that cream cheese, but the vanilla really hits you. When you're using pure vanilla, there's nothing like it. It is so nice. Just get all of that in. That's good. Let's mix this in. That's good. And then my optional ingredient, we'll get all of that in there. That's the cornstarch. You can just dump it in or just sprinkle it in just like this. That's good. And that is optional. Oh, got a little bit more here. That's good. And then mix that in. And if you don't want to use cornstarch, you can add a little bit of flour, the same amount. And that's it for the recipe. As you can see, this is super easy to make. And then we'll just get this right into our springform pan. There, that's good. And then I'm just going to gently move all of this all the way around. You just want to get this nice and even. Just gentle swoosh back and forth. Well, it looks good. So now I'm going to place my cheesecake into my 300-degree Fahrenheit oven, which is 149 degrees Celsius. Once it is baked, I'll be back with the exact bake time and details. Hey everybody, my cheesecake has been baked, and right now it's just in its last stages of cooling down. I'm really impressed with this one. I don't have any major cracking going on. There's a slight crack here and something I wouldn't even call a crack here, and this one here only goes down a tiny little bit. So I am super impressed. Let me just give this a little bit of a spin so you can see all the edges. Oh, look at that. That looks really good. Now I need to go through all of the details. So number one, my cheesecake was baked at a lower temperature. This one here, 300 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 149 degrees Celsius. Total bake time was 1 hour, no convection fan. My cheesecake was baked on the middle rack, and beside it I had a large pan of boiling hot water. And then another important step, at the 1 hour mark at the end of the baking, I turned the oven completely off, but I did not open the oven door. I put a timer on for 30 minutes and I kept the door closed the entire time. At the end of that 30 minutes, then I opened the oven door, but this time I only opened it about maybe 1 inch, not very much. I only opened it a tiny bit because I didn't want a lot of cold air getting into the oven and shocking the cheesecake. And then after that 30-minute time had expired, then I opened up the door quite a bit more, about this much, but I just decided to leave the cheesecake inside the oven. So I put the timer on for that 30 minutes, and at the end of that 30 minutes I was able to actually lift this out by hand without any oven gloves. So after a little bit of trial and error, I think I've discovered a good way to do these cheesecakes without too much cracking appearing. So I'm very happy. I'm just going to put my hands here. It's still a little bit warm. So at this point I have to let this cool down. I'm going to let it go for a good hour or so until it's actually cool. Then I'm going to wrap it in plastic wrap, and then it's going to go into the fridge until tomorrow. So that's it for this section of the video. So tomorrow we'll unwrap it and then we'll cut into it and see how nice it is. Hey everybody, this is the next day. My cheesecake has been in the refrigerator overnight. I'm going to get into this. Then we'll remove the collar. See how nicely that comes off because of that parchment paper that we put around the cake. And then the fun part, let's just remove the little collar. And you can see how that really helps out. Oh, that's really nice. And even though I used a much lower temperature to bake the cheesecake, I'm really happy because I've got a lot of caramelization going around the whole edge of the cheesecake. And that just imparts a lot more flavor. Let me just give this a little bit of a spin. Look at that. Oh, it looks really good. Let me just lift it up a little bit so you can see this a little better. And I'll give it another little spin here so you can see it. Oh, it looks very, very nice. This is extremely cold right now. It just came out of the fridge. Look at that. Ooh, I am very happy with this one. I'll bring in a plate. I can't wait any longer. Let's go for a little slice right down like that. Oh, that's nice. I'm just going to clean off my knife. Nice little slice. Ooh. Oh, this is going to be nice. Make sure that I've got this all the way down. I think that's good. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh, that looks really good. Let's turn this around. You can see that. And there we have it. That looks really nice. So I'm going to go in for a little test. I've got to do it. Very, very nice. Very nice and creamy. Let me go in for a little taste. That is really good. Once I turn the camera off, I'm going to finish this up. I'm just going to heat up a little cup of tea and I will finish that little slice. Right now, as I'm filming this, we are in a huge snowstorm in my area. We've got 20 centimeters of snow coming. We've got about maybe 5 centimeters already on the ground. Very bad conditions out there, so it's a perfect day for a little piece of cheesecake and a little bit of hot tea. Let me just spin that around. So that's it for this really fun video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you wish, and if you're on Facebook, I'm over there at BakeLikeAPro. I believe this here is version 5 of this recipe. I'll put all of the other ones down underneath the video in the description box, from version 1 all the way up to 4. So that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm going to go in for just a little taster before my tea is ready. That is so good. And please subscribe to my BakeLikeAPro YouTube channel and also click that notification bell to be alerted every time I upload a brand new video. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. On the screen now, you can choose a video to watch, or you can also click and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you once again for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it.